Hi everyone, Toe with Pulsar here. Quick announcement, quick update actually. We have a new wallet. The new wallet version is 1.1.7. This new version is a mandatory update. It must be installed before September the 28th of 2024 because we estimate that September the 28th of 2024, that's when we're going to hit block 2,150,000. Once we hit this block, the chain is going to fork, right? So everybody that does not update, they're not going to be on the new latest version of the chain. Okay, they're going to be out of consensus with everyone else who did update. So this is why I'm putting out advance notice right now. So there's plenty of time for everyone to get the new wallet version installed. And how do you check that? Well, in your wallet, you click help, you click debug, and then information. There's this client version here at the top where this big old red arrow is pointing, and that's version 1.1.7. That's how you know you got the correct version installed. And where are we at? What block are we at this present time? So go look at the, where it says blockchain, correct number of blocks, and that'll tell you where we're at. So when we get to 2,150,000, that's when the switch is going to flip right there. That's when the new parameters that we have programmed into the wallet are gonna occur. So what does that look like? So we look at our link tree, and the first button that we have here, we click on it, the reduction schedule. It links to our Google Sheet where this is information that you can kind of browse at your leisure. Now there's a lot of information going on here, so we'll break it down a little bit at a time. Okay, we'll digest it very slowly. So we are at version 1.1.6.2 at the time of this recording now. And so this was released, or 1.1.7 was released on August the 1st of 2024. Okay, so 58 days after the release date is September the 28th of 2024, our estimated date. And on our estimated date, we're going to hit block 2,150,000. Now, what's going to happen is that we're going to go from the old way of doing things on 1.1.6.2 to the new way of doing things. Okay, so 1.1.6.2 is a block reward of 45 Pulsar. 1.1.6.2, the average block time is 37.5 seconds. Okay, the daily blocks, the average daily blocks is 2,304 in 1.1.6.2. Now, September the 28th, or more accurately, at block 2,150,000, that's going to change. Block reward, we're going to drop it down. Okay, we're going to go from 45 to 12. Now, we're also going to increase the block generation speed. Okay, we're going to go from an average block time of 37.5 seconds. Well, we're going to go to 10 seconds. Okay, it's going to be very fast. Okay, so that's why we are a fast and secure savings coin. So the daily emissions, it's going to be the same for a time. Okay, so if we go 98 days after August the 1st, we wind up at November the 7th of 2024. So that's roughly 98 days. Now, every 231 days thereafter, that's where it's going to reduce by 0.5 Pulsar every 231 days. So you can see that we go from 12 Pulsar down to 11.5. Okay, now the block speed stays the same. 10, 10. This all stays the same right here. The number of daily blocks, 8,640. It stays at 8,640. Okay, so roughly 231 days after that, okay, June the 26th of 2025, okay, we go from 11.5 daily block reward to just 11. Okay, and we go from the emissions. Okay, you can see the emissions, the daily, like how much coin is generated on a daily basis. Okay, we go from 103,680, well, 99,360, 95,040. So over time, we're emitting less and less of the coin. So this is why it's important to get it in its early phase as much as you can afford to acquire. Okay, so now over time, every 231 days, we have another reduction, a step down reduction. So we just kind of scroll kind of quickly over all of this until we get to 2038, okay, 2038 and beyond. on 2038, we are going to have a block reward of 0.5 Pulsar. Okay, so it's going to, right now we're at 45, it's going to go down to 12, and after a number of years, it's going to drop down to 0.5 Pulsar. Now it's still going to operate, and at 2043, it's going to be a lot less Pulsar being emitted. Okay, so that's how to translate this. And if you're kind of wondering when is this going to happen, when's the next date of reduction, well, we have it here in the sheet for you, for you to browse. All right, cool. So we go to GitHub. Okay, so how do you acquire this? You only acquire it from the Pulsar team's official GitHub. That's the only place to get any kind of wallets, through official channels. Okay, so what do we say about this 1.1.7 mandatory update? Okay, it is mandatory, and the update is required before September the 28th of 2024. It's 16-year reduction schedule, like I was telling you earlier, 0.5 reduction every estimated 231 days. And we estimate a block reward of 0.5 Pulsar after 16 years in 2038. Okay, right now Pulsar is plentiful. Okay, it's good if you acquire it now. It could pay off in the future potentially. Okay, so the daily emissions, that's going to kind of change up for Curve Hash, Proof of Work, and for Proof of Work Minotaur X. Okay, so for miners, so we're going to go from 20 to 25%. We're going to increase the emission for Curve Hash. We're going to decrease the emission for Minotaur X, which is CPU mining. And the POS, the proof of stake emissions, will stay the same at 50%. So we're doing this to balance it out and to make sure that the generation of the coins is more accurate and more stable. And of course, we have improved graphics in version 1.1.7. We have some link updates. And so the default Pulsar config has changed in 1.1.7. Now, if you, my recommendation is this. We have optimized the configuration file with our wallet. Okay, the values are hard-coded in the actual program of the wallet itself. Okay, so we'll start off with that. If you have an existing pulsar.conf file, my recommendation is to change the extension to add a .bak. So pulsar.conf.bak. Okay, so that way you can preserve your existing Pulsar configuration file as a backup file. And so whenever you do that, what's going to happen is that you install version 1.1.7 and you click on it. Well, it's going to generate a new pulsar.conf file at that time. And you'll notice that the values that are in that configuration file they're already optimized. So we've removed band score, max connections, listen. We removed those values from the configuration file because all that's hard coded in the wallet itself. Optimal values are already set. So, and if you want to go back or you want to tweak it, of course, you've already made a backup of your configuration file, so you can look over it and see what's changed or what's different and add, remove, so a little bit of learning there involved. Okay, so universal plug and play is enabled by default. So what does this mean? Okay, so I've messed around with some TP-Link routers. And I say that because they're very economical and the user interface I think is excellent on the TP-Link routers. And so in the network section of the routers, they have a section for universal plug and play. And it's a button where you can configure it on or configure it off. So once it's configured on, the Pulsar wallet will automatically send a signal to the router saying, hey, I'd like to use this universal plug and play that you so gracefully turned on for me. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow other people, like outside of your house, other people throughout the world, to be able to connect to your installation of Pulsar and talk to you. And like you'll have a copy of the blockchain on your computer and they are synchronizing transactions to your transactions and vice versa. There's a dialogue that goes on. And if everyone, had this, there'd be two-way communication between everyone's wallet. Like, hey, I need some information from you. Cool. You give it to me. I give information to you. You give it to me. Back and forth. Yeah, I'll show you the node map. Okay. So set fort block, like I've said before, at 2,150,000 and 2,150,000. Okay, so be on the lookout for that. And of course, we're decreasing the block rewards from 45 Pulsar to 12. All right, but the speed at which blocks are generated, we're increasing the speed. So 45 divided by 37.5 is equal to 12 divided by 10. So it's going to be the same. Okay, so you're not gaining, you're not losing. Okay, so it's a faster blockchain, and the reward distribution is the same. Okay, so download the version appropriate to you and get it installed. So now we will look at the web. We'll go to pulsarcoin.info, and here you can see for yourself the node map. So earlier I was telling you about the universal plug and play, how you turn it on and the wallet automatically talks to your router and like gets that set. Okay, so these people that are in blue, that's what they're doing. Well, maybe not necessarily with universal plug and play. Maybe these people got into their router and they know how to forward port 5995 to the internal IP address of where their wallet resides. Okay, your wallet has to be on some computer on your internal network, right? Like a 192, 168. Everyone does. So, you know, if people are trying to connect to your particular wallet installation, your router has to direct traffic or forward traffic from the outside to the inside, you know, outside network to your internal network, 5995. And the people in blue, that's what they're doing. So when they do that, they are considered to be an open node. Now, it's blue because 1.1.7 is the detected version of this particular wallet installation. Now, the closed node, they have 1.1.7. That's installed, but it's closed because these people are not allowing that 5995 communication. Like other wallets on the outside can't talk to you. Okay, but you are talking to like the seed nodes. You're talking to other people, but other people can't talk to you. And so that's considered to be a closed node. It's a one-way traffic. Now, this invalid node, the reds, these are people that are on 1.1.6.2. Okay, the old version of the blockchain. Well, the soon-to-be old version. As of September the 28th, or block 2,150,000, definitely will be the old version of the blockchain. At which point, 1.1.6.2 will not be able to talk to 1.1.7. Will not. Yeah? If you do not update to 1.1.7 before the fork date, any proof of stake and proof of work generated or transactions made after the fork will not carry over. Okay? You can't just run 1.1.6.2 forever and ever and have it be valid. It doesn't work. You have to be on the most recent version of the blockchain, especially as we're developing this blockchain, the Pulsar. Okay. So, in conclusion, upgrade those wallets. Upgrade those wallets quickly, and definitely before September the 28th. And if you have questions, go ahead and check out the link tree. I'll put the link tree in the description below, and make it easier for you to get to this information and pull it. Get on our Discord. Talk to us. Now, don't accept any private chat invitations from people. Okay? Common scam is that somebody will go into any Discord. It doesn't matter what crypto. Okay? They'll go in, they'll ask a support question, and you know what? You'll get a private message from somebody saying, hey, if you come off of Discord or if you go to this other website, I can help you. Don't listen to them. Don't do that. Don't share your private keys. Don't send coin. Don't allow other people to have access to your installation. Ask your question in public. Ask your question in general. You will be answered in general. And only if a team member needs to take it to private, that will be announced as such to the whole public. Okay? So don't ask for support and be taken off to a third-party website. Keep your questions on the Discord. All right? We have plenty of good members, but we have a couple of people that are hidden. A couple of bots, I think. People that are bots that have signed up, and when somebody asks a support question, they get a private message telling, hey, if you want support, get off. No, don't never leave the Discord. Okay, ask your questions in general, and a human being with the team will respond. Okay, we will take care of you. Okay, other than that, please update to 1.1.7 before September the 28th and spread the word. And thank you so much for participating in our blockchain.